Hi guys, welcome back to Just Talking, where I talk how you sometimes listen. So today's video potentially might be a replacement for Tuesdays, but this video is going to be about some of the family fun that is taking place over the Halloween holidays, which are taking place right now, and some of the activities you can find this week. Of course, if you did enjoy this video, it helped you out with your booking for this week, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and let's get into some of the hub activities. Of course, the hub is located by the river caves, and of course they did previously use it only for Oktoberfest and limited events, including press events, but now of course they're opening it up for this Halloween season. So of course there is a costume competition, and the website states it will be on the 30th of October. It doesn't list it under any other day, and I believe it is for the children age bracket, which is 11 and under. So of course, if you would like to turn up in fancy dress on that day, then of course that is a potential for young children. And I'm not too sure if there is a specific prize, I haven't announced it, and how long the competition will go on for. But I do have to warn you, this is of course on the Saturday, which is the most expensive day of this week, as it is a late night riding event, so watch out for that. There is also spooky family films and shows which will be throughout the day on the weekend, so that is on Saturday and on Sunday. So of course you will find family films, I believe, such as, Nightmare Before Christmas, and some shows such as specials from, of course, Nickelodeon. Like, I'm not too sure if Paw Patrol has a Halloween special, but I believe they'll be airing things like that throughout the day. You'll also find pumpkin carving. All of these events, I believe, are on the weekend, so then, of course, if you do have any work arrangements during the week, families can make sure they get there for the weekend. Of course, all the weekend days, as in Saturday and Sunday, they are actually the most expensive days. I'm not too sure if that's a on purpose coincidence or if it's just, a coincidence in general. But there is no specification if you have to pay for the pumpkin or if it's free. I believe it will have some sort of pricing, and there probably will be a competition for that as well, but I'm not entirely sure, there isn't too many details. So there's also spooky dancers which will be performing, and these will of course be to family-friendly songs and with family-friendly dances, and it will be with familiar characters such as Bradley and Bella Beaver and some other mascots of the park. So there will also be DJ music appropriate for families. Of course, there won't in general play around the park any music that's inappropriate, and that will be performed on weekends in the hub and performed by DJ Hazard. So of course you can go for a little song and dance at the hub as well. Not to mention, there is also food and drink available in the hub too, and there is no, of course, specification on the theming or the price. There's no real announcement on whether or not there is any sort of Halloween-themed treats which will be available exclusive to the hub or around the park, but of course there is no pricing or allergy warnings on the website at the minute, but I'm assuming they will have them when you get to the park. Then, of course, we have Vampire Beach, which is a Halloween event, which, of course, doesn't have any specific activities to it, but is kind of like the overall theme of the sort of whole Halloween season. So it features walk-around characters such as a werewolf, which is pictured on the right, but no actors interact with guests in a scary way. Of course, if you would like a picture with them, they're completely happy to have that, and they will of course go up to guests in a comfortable manner, similar to normal walk-around mascots, but unlike Alton Towers, there will be no scare actors during the day, nothing scary, and of course, it's all family-friendly walk-around characters. So you will also see decorations around the park, including pumpkins, skeletons and coffins, nothing that really moves or anything that's too grand and scary, and a lot of the decorations you might know is from past years, but they do always bring some really nice new ones out, and of course there is also some other new things as well, and I'll get into that right now. So there will also be some decorations from the Journey to Hell Freak Nights mazes. Most notably, you'll see that in the Ghost Train where they have the Day of the Dead decorations. Of course, it will be a big struggle to take down all of them during the daytime, so they obviously leave them out, and they're quite nice decorations, but none of the scary stuff happens during the normal park hours. And of course on Saturday, because it's late night riding, there will be no Journey to Hell Freak Nights, but of course all of the Journey to Hell Freak Nights events do happen after the park closes and all of the rides are shut apart from the ones for the event. So there's no worry about anything scary happening during the day, and even on late night riding when it gets darker, there will be nothing scary that will scare any of your children. So then, of course, we have the late night riding event, which will be taking place on the 30th of October. Of course, this is the most expensive price bracket for the whole season. Of course, the prices are £44 for adults, which is ages 12 and over, and £34 for kids, which is 11 and under. And for the opening times, that's 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And all rides in most outlets, so that is including your restaurants and your shops, should be open until the advertised close time and will operate in the dark as well. Of course, they do have lighting and, all of that good stuff will be happening all the way through. I'm not too sure how the pickup system in shops works during late night riding, because normally if you order before 4 p.m, you can collect any sort of gifts that you did actually purchase at the closing time of 5 p.m. So I'm not too sure how that works. You'll probably have to ask in a shop, but of course I'm not really too sure about that. So I just check that out for yourself when you go to the park during late night riding events. So should you wish to enter the park later on, then you can get a ticket from 6 p.m. onwards at a price of £34 for all ages. So of course, it's maybe not the best deal, because normally your 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. ticket would cost you the same amount for an adult. But if you're only really there to go on rides in the dark, I suppose that is a good offer. But also, the reason why I've put this in the family fun video for the Halloween season is in fact because during the morning, it tends to be a lot less busy. It gets a lot more saturated guest-wise towards the end of the day, because people want to see the DJ, and people want to go on the rides in the dark, so there won't be as many people there in the morning, so it is a good option if you are willing to pay a little bit more. So also, the FY4 Club DJ will be playing music by the Dancing Fountains from 4 p.m. onwards. So this is also a really great event, because the thing is they have screens and speakers all around the park which do actually play the DJing music and also display the dancing fountain, so you don't miss out on the entertainment if you do want to go on a ride. And it's always nice, because even though it's all the way over there, some people have actually said that you can hear the DJ from quite a whiles off in the park. So I think that's quite nice that they do play all around the park, so you're not missing out on the action. But of course, the fireworks will not be part of late night riding. I know that a lot of people haven't obviously been notified of this situation, but it was one of the main staples of sort of late night riding events, and instead it will be on Saturday the 6th of November at 5 p.m. So of course that is just after bonfire night, so it's obviously a great thing, because with a lot of the current restrictions and a lot of fears, and people won't be doing very many public bonfires, so I suppose this is a nice one to go to if you do want to get on some rides. But of course the park will close at 5 o'clock as per usual. So then, of course, you have the Circus of Horrors family-friendly show. Normally, the Circus of Horrors operates for an 18-plus audience, but now they've, of course, opened it up to the younger ones. So it features dazzling daredevil performances as part of a show that has run for over 25 years, and it comes back to the park every Halloween season. It stars rock music and circus acts, and including performances by people who, have featured on shows such as Britain's Got Talent. Of course, people from Britain's Got Talent have reviewed it. It's a very renowned show, and people love to go see it every single year. And not to mention, it does also run on the West End as well. So shows run every day from the 28th to the 31st of October at 4 p.m. Of course, if you are an adult and just looking to go see this by yourself, because of course some of the daredevil acts and some of the music might intimidate your child, then of course there is information for that on the website. So tickets are £20 for adults and £15 for children. Of course, if you are going in a large group, then the box office is accepting calls, and that number is on their website, and it's 13p per minute during those calls for group rates. So, however, if you do wish to attend, I would recommend booking now, as seats are starting to fill up. I believe on the first day of it actually running, there are no children's seats left, which doesn't make very much sense to me, but that is the information I've gathered from the website. So of course, if you do want to book, I'd recommend booking now, because of course it continues to be a very popular show, so I would recommend booking now if you do want to get your seats for this show. And it is of course meant to be very good, so I would recommend, if you want a great new experience, then this is one to check out. Okay, so that's really it for this video. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. In particular, the Halloween season is a great event for all theme parks across the globe, but of course, Blackpool Pleasure Beach for families does it best, in all honesty, because places like Alton Towers and Fort Park tend to bring in their scare actors during the day and, have all the scary things out and loud music and noises and flashing lights and things that can be quite intimidating. But of course, the Pleasure Beach strays away from this and makes sure it's a nice, comfortable environment and then separates the scary things to a completely separate event and different shows. So I think that's really nice. Of course, if you do choose to go this week, then enjoy yourselves. But if you are someone who doesn't have kids and has watched this video just to check out some of the events that are going on, I'd recommend staying away from the weekend completely unless you're really that interested in going to late night riding, because it will be very busy on the weekend because of the family events. They are all very good events to go to. I'm not too sure if Nick or Treat is still on. There hasn't been any announcements on it, although it was scheduled to be on for the 31st of October, where you of course go around and get sweets and if you're an adult, a free cocktail. But I'm not too sure if that is still on. But of course, if you did enjoy this video or it helped you out, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, this was just talking. Bye bye.